Okay, g'day there, ladies and ledians. Welcome to something different today. We are going to be playing The Witness. We're at the very start. I haven't really done anything as I was setting things up. But today's kind of idea is I would like to see how far I get into this game. Well, I've never played this game before, but I know it's a puzzle game. Came out like 2016 or something. So I'm just kind of curious to see like how far I can go before I kind of rage quit a puzzle, you know? So the video will end when I quit a puzzle, basically. I mean, I'll try to persevere with a puzzle. Like I'll probably get it first try on a few times, but you know, when I really just decide to quit on a puzzle is when the video will end. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, we seem to be in a tunnel. Can't look around, like, behind us. So, but I don't really know, like, what the story is or anything. Okay, left click. Like that. And then click again. Okay, got it. Okay, so that was our... this is a, I guess, tutorial to know how to interact. So let's try it again. Go from here. There we go. Very simple. But it's a good way to teach the player how to play, you know, and how to interact. Because a puzzle needs a few things. It needs a goal, which, like, you know, the intended solution, or like how it's, you know, completed, right? It needs rules of like how to interact with the puzzle. And I think it also needs like, oh boy, it needs the possibility of failing a puzzle. Like you need to have options and on like how to solve it, or rather how to interact with it. There's obviously going to be like one correct solution, but how you get to that is up to you. Okay, so at the moment, this seems to be our first actual puzzle, and what we got to do is figure out the rules, figure out the goal, and figure out some solutions. So the goal, it seems to be to get past here. We got these 3 things, so that's probably where we're going to interact. So we'll go back here. Yeah, as for this, we need to figure out what are the rules for completing it. So, unless there's something fancy, we'll just kind of do what we did before and try and connect up the circles. So, if we go from here, we can go this way. I guess we gotta go the other way. Okay, that's a bit of a dead end, isn't it? Yep. Okay, because I don't think we can really... No, we can't really do it from that side, so let's try from this side. Oh, how do we get down there? This way? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that seems to be complete. I know that, I have seen a few of the puzzles, but I don't remember them, but they can get pretty complex in terms of their ruling, you know, of like what you have to do. And it's the witness, so I think part of it is observing the landscape, and so we use that to solve some other puzzles. So try to keep an open eye, I guess. I do have a piece of paper in case I do need to write anything down, such as like rules of how to do a puzzle or any landscapes I gotta keep track of. So if we just did that. Okay, that works. We don't need to do anything fancy. So then we got this one over here. I am sorry if I'm yapping too much. I'm just kind of going through my thought process, because otherwise it'll be like, you know, me not really saying anything and then having a solution, and that would be kind of sus, you know. So if I at least explain my process, it helps to prove that I'm not cheating, you know? Okay, so we gotta do a bonus puzzle to unlock the power for the next one. Where's the end goal? I think it's that one, right? Because it's the only external, and so far it's been like that. So we gotta get there. Great. Now I could have made this like a live stream, but I figured why not make it a video, you know? So where's that end goal? Where's the old part out? Over there. I see it. So yeah, something like that. I could have made it a live stream, you know, with people chatting and stuff, but I figure I kind of wanted to make it a video. It does mean that you'll be able to see at the timestamp below, well, the timeline below of like where I quit. Okay, we can run with shift. Oh, we're missing one. Yeah, it does mean that you will be able to figure out where the video ends. So you could skip that and maybe like see your age. Wait. Oh, I accidentally hit spacebar, and it seems that we can enter this puzzle mode without the panel. I think that'll be useful later. So I was just trying to jump for some reason. And yeah, so you can see, I guess, the part where I rage, you know, but I figure it's not really about the destination, it's about the journey with this one. Alright. So, oh, we got 2 spots we can go to, so it's multiple choice, I'm guessing. No, not that way. Wait. Hold on. Where's the connecting part? Around here. Wait, is it possible to get the other one? I saw it from reverse, so... I guess I could go down and continue it. So what does that do for us? Is that anything for now, or is it... Because I don't think we can really get over there. So it could be a thing where we gotta backtrack to get it into this spot for later on. And so the intended solution for now, can we... Do we have to go from the start? Yeah, alright. So it seems like we go down here for now. But maybe later on we have to come back and turn that on, you know? So we'll keep that in mind. So this should be all 3 of the locks. Excellent. So now we got this one. But I think it really matters how we do that one. I hope. So yeah, this isn't really like a flex or anything. Like this whole thing isn't to be like, yeah, I'm insanely smart or I'm not smart or whatever, right? It's just to see how well I go. It's not really for bragging rights or anything. But if you want to do this at home, then go ahead. But if you are going to do it at home, obviously don't watch the rest of my stream, because, like, I don't think these puzzles are randomized or anything. So, I am going to explore a bit before we continue on. What we got up here? Any goodies, secrets, collectibles? There's nothing. Otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get up here. Well, we got a big old island. Because it's pretty good game etiquette that if you can explore somewhere, then it's because the developers want you to be there, you know? Sure, there's like out-of-bounds secrets and stuff, but for the most part, if you can go somewhere, it's probably because you're expected to go there. For example, here. You know, like, why is this stuff here if we weren't able to get to it, you know? Don't know what it means, but not everything needs to have a meaning. You know, we're on this island for some reason, but I'm sure we'll figure out why. So, nothing around here, and we can't fall off, which is good to know. It means that there's no physical puzzles like that, you know, where we don't need to worry about like falling off from a certain spot to access something, you know? Anywhere we can walk are places it intends us to walk. And so to get down, how do we get down? I guess we go back over here. Alright, any other goodies around? Oh. Someone here. But we can't fall. Yeah, so this is like some rules that we're not familiar with, right? Because the previous field is just like, get the thing to the end, but now we got a bunch of black and white squares. And we don't know how that interacts. I could like try and brute force it, you know, but I feel like we'll go elsewhere for now and come back to this. And so it seems to be pretty open world from here. Alright. Okay, this looks to be some kind of tutorial. So, I guess we can figure out what the black and white squares do. Wait, did that not do anything? Okay. I think that just means incorrect. Okay, I guess I'm hoping that it'll be explained further along here. So, what if we try... Wait, that worked? But that doesn't work. And that doesn't work either. Do I need to go in between? I have to go in between the black and white. Maybe. So, if that is true, then something like that, or that, should work. Theoretically. Let's just try... that. Yes, that's incorrect. It is... Okay, so yeah, we can't go that way. We have to go this way. We could try that, but there's no white here, so I don't think we can go here. Okay, we can. Huh. Why did that work? And that work? Maybe 2 black is optional, but a black and white has to be doable. So, we have to go between the white and black here, and then between the white and black here. Yeah, if we go... I wonder if... We can't really do a circle, so we can't really, like... Could we do something like that? No, because if we still need that... It doesn't have anything flashing here, so I think 2 blacks being optional is correct. So we need to have it between the white and black. Got it. Okay. So we have to meet all criteria. I'm guessing 2 white and 2 black are similar, so we need to go between all the white and the black. Like that. Excellent. I finally figured it out. So I might write that down on my paper. As like a ruling in case like we need to cross-reference it later, you know? So, white and black squares. Must go between... Now I need to word it correctly for future self. Adjacent, because they need to be next to each other. Opposites. Due to my title of white and black, it should be obvious with that. So must go between adjacent opposites. Same is optional. That should be good enough of a hint for me later on to understand it. So, oh, we gotta start here and end here. So we can't go up. We do something like that. There we go. Now for here. Okay, well, luckily they're all kind of grouped up. So this should be fine no matter how we do this. Although we need to cut the white off from the rest of the black like that. There we go. So this is pretty fun. Like once you understand a puzzle's rules and goal, it becomes a lot more fun. So we got all white there, so we gotta surround that basically. I wonder if we just... No, because we need to end there. We need to end over here. Yeah, we can't go here because we need to end here and we haven't completed the goal yet, so we can't do that. Which means that we gotta do something fancy with the loops. Okay, well we don't really need to go up, so let's go this way. No, because if we go all the way up, then we need to... How does that look? I think that's good. Yeah. Alright. But this time we can't really go over this way, so... No, because we can't. Oh, that's interesting. We might need to, in that case, come back around. Like, go this way and then up. So we need to circle around to that. This is a tricky one. I guess I could try and trial and error it a bit. Because we need to have a return path. What if we did it like that? That kind of works. That works. No? Oh. Forgot about that one. No, because we got this one as well. Very tricky. Okay. We'll just take our time, think about it. I'm not gonna quit yet, you know? I feel like this is definitely doable and we're kinda close. Okay, so... we do need to go up here at some point. And then what if we just did that for that one? And then we come down here, go between that, go between that. That's complete, right? Wait, what? But I went in between, didn't I? There must be another rule. I'm not quite following. Why is that incorrect? How's that? Are they gonna flash again? That one flashes. So why is that one flashing? There must be another rule that I'm not quite familiar with. Well, I guess we don't need to go that way. So if we just went like that. That's incorrect as well. Huh. Okay, so that's correct. I can't really tell you why. Maybe there is something to do with the double black. But I can't really figure it out. So I'm a bit confused about that, so hopefully it doesn't come up on the test later, but I don't know why that's a solution. I guess with all these other things we've been ignoring going between two black, right? We've been going around. So I guess we can't go between two black. Got it. Can't. And I guess the same is true for the others, right? We haven't been going in between two of the same. Okay, so can't go between two similar. Hey, so did that do anything, or was that just for a tutorial? Huh. Well, that should be good enough to help us out with the puzzle back here. Into this little shed thing, right? Because we got some white and black. Although we got these hexagons. We don't know the ruling of the hexagons yet. Maybe. No, they don't block or anything. We'll come back once we figure out what the hexagons do. For now, we'll just explore. Alright, another tutorial. And this is great, it teaches what the hexagons do. So, for now we just kind of brute force it. Okay, do we have to go between the hexagons? Yeah, alright. I think that's what the rule is, but we'll just double check. So, if we do something like... Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work either. Okay, hexagons. So, in case it matters, black hexagons must be travelled through. Got it. Let's continue on. Oh no, that doesn't work. Go. That's a bit rough. Aha, like that. They can be kind of tricky, you know, it's all about the parting. Okay, now we got 2 spots and multiple hexagons, so I'm guessing only one of them can really... I'm wondering if only one of them can get to the exit, or if they can both get to it. Like, can they overlap on the line, you know? Like, if we do something like that. Or is it optional choice, like, of which one is the correct path, you know? So it is good to know. So if we do something like that... Okay, so multiple circles means one needs to complete. Good to know. Multiple start equals one must be correct. Okay, we are learning. Okay, so for this one, we got multiple circles and multiple hexagons. So one of these circles is the correct solution. We got there, we got to go through all of them. So, let's... I think it's going to be this one because we got to go up or down and we got to circle around at some point. So it can't be that one. It could be this one. This one, like, the corner is probably a better start. Can't circle around. We need to do something like that. There we go. Okay, so now we have enough info to do that little shed thing. Because we know what the black and white squares do, and we know what the white hexagons do. So, one of these is the intended solution. We've got to go through all of them. We also can't, well, we also have to go between the white and black, but we can't go between 2 black or 2 white. We have to, and then we have to get all the way over here. This is a tricky one, there's a lot of room for error. But I don't think it's this, because we got to go like, up or down, and we can't circle around, so it's definitely not that solution. It could be this one, but we need to get in between both of those, so I don't think we can because we can't loop, so it's not going to be that solution. So it's either going to be this one, or this one. Both of which look pretty decent, except this one, right? If we start here, we can go here, or we can go here, but we can't really do both. So it's not this solution, which means that the intended solution comes from this circle. Now from here, we kind of have to go this way, right? Because we can't really backtrack here. So we have to go here. Now from here, well, we can't really go back to the spot from here, so we have to go up here. So now this is our starting spot. And I don't think this is the intended end point, because we got to go through these two at some point, you know, and we can't really do that and circle back. So at some point, we gotta get through these, but this is not the intended solution. What about these other two? It's possible to go with that as a solution. And if we get over to around here, we need to at some point go between those two. So both of those could be an intended solution. So we start from here. We could just go up and around like that, get that out of the way. Now we need to at some point cut these off. So maybe this one isn't going to be the solution. We can just cut through these two, which should satisfy that part. And then we can just kind of go through here, get that. We need these hexagons. And then we just do like that. Why was that incorrect? Why was that incorrect? Is this not the good solution? Maybe we have to go with this one. Okay then. So we start here again. So let's try and do this part first then. What we really need to do is go between them. And then we go back this way. Sure, we can go through here, get that. Go through here. Then we go up and around like that. And then like that. That's also incorrect. What am I missing here? I'm missing something. I'm just trying to figure out what. Am I correct with my reasoning about this being a good start? Right? Because we can't really do the other circles. No, we can't. So this has to be the most optimal start. We can't... There's something I'm missing. I guess we can come back later once we figured out multiple start points, but we haven't figured out multiple end points, so maybe I'm missing that. So we'll come back to it once we find out what happens with multiple endpoints. I feel like that makes sense. And in case this is your first time kind of watching my content, hello there. I do Pokemon related content, but I also do other Let's Plays. My main content, I guess, would be theory videos, so if you like Pokemon theories that focus on world building, and like some wacky ideas and stuff, I feel like this would be a good spot for you. I occasionally do some rant videos about Pokemon, I guess. And so, yeah, there's a bit of variety, so you can find something. Okay. Very strange. So can we do this yet? Oh. Okay. Don't know if we need to do that, but it worked. This will probably be important. Swimming. What a very peculiar room. Is this an oven or a washing machine? Some kind of miniature building, maybe? So, where does this power line go? It goes to this. So, we gotta do this little puzzle first. Okay, so this will teach us more about the synchronous lines, right? Okay. Like that. I guess it doesn't matter which one we go to because like it's gonna mirror, right? So if we go here, oh, I getcha. We have to go down, across. I guess I can focus on my half, right? And then, oh, we need to converge here and split up here because if we did the opposite, it would be like touching, you know. So then we go here, like that. Yeah, so you gotta keep your eye on kind of both of them as you go. I like this puzzle. No, that's not it. So then we have to go up. Continue up from the left side. Then we have to go this way. Then I guess we just go up. Now we're gonna focus on that right path, that narrow pathway. So something like that. Like when you see narrow pathway like that, you can just focus on one of them and kind of just trust that the other one will be fine. So now we have to go up. So now left has a bit more narrow, so we focus on the left. Like that. You see? Oh boy. Oh. We got some bits of metal blocking. So is there a different solution? Oh, we can't do anything with that. And those two are paired. So how do we get rid of this metal stuff? I guess it doesn't matter because we can still do the puzzle with it. So let's try from here. Focus on the left because that's a bit more narrow. Oh, this way. See, focusing on the left, we're just following the narrow path. So this one has to be correct. Like that. Wait, no, there was another part of the puzzle. Oh well. Okay. This one's unpowered. How do we get it power? I can't really see the power line. we got power here at least. Okay. That's simple. This one has to go up. And then from here, we have to go this way. Yeah, face on the right. There we go. It doesn't matter. So, I guess it's more about which way are they supposed to go. If we went like... Oh, I see. What if we went this way? No, because we can't. We have to go this way. So then we're focusing on the right. We can't go this way. Can't go this way. So we have to go this way. Which means then we probably double back around. So we go something like that. There we go. Okay. Now we do this side, I guess. Okay. Who's got the narrow path? The left side, down here. So... we can't go that way. I was just trying to brute force it. Alright, let's take it slow. So... can we just kind of go... we can't go there. Yeah, we can't go there. So... this way. Now we can't converge here because then, you know, we meet, right? So one of us has to go down. So then that doesn't work. From this spot, and then right needs to go there. Like that. We can't go up yet, so like that. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I'm enjoying myself so far. Okay, this is looking pretty straightforward on this side because it's pretty cramped. So we have to do something like that. And then we can decide which way we want to go. We can't go here because we made up and we add a lap. So we have to go up again. And then we could go something like... oh, we kind of have to, right? Because we can't get in there from here. So that one was a bit easier. Oh. Okay. I guess it's a bit asymmetrical. So before that, does that mean that are we imagining these things on just basic objects and then if it looks a bit different, it just is a bit different, or I don't know. Just trying to figure that out. Alright, so it's gonna look a little bit lopsided, but we can't really do much down here, so it means that we have to go up here. It's still pretty restrictive on this side, and you can see that if we go above into this area, it's kind of crowded and blocked off, so we have to go this way. And then we go up. Again, we can't cross over, so we have to go up. And then that's looking crowded. Wait, is it the same puzzle as the previous one? It's the same, right? Huh. Alright. But how do we get power to this one? I guess it comes later. Okay, so we're gonna write that down with the... is it... I guess it'll kind of be apparent, but... because unless it's like the color of the background or something that's doing it, but... so let's follow this along. See where this leads us. Alright. I guess like a blue background equals synchronous. Maybe not. Alright. Well, we know with the hexagons we have to go through them all, so we have to go something like that. Correct. Oh, we're getting that shadow. Could go down, could go up. And we can't go through that. But it is synchronous. Which means I don't think we can do this puzzle yet. Oh, not that. No matter how we slice it, I don't think we can do that puzzle yet. Okay, well, here we go, another tutorial thing. So, what's it got for us this time? Just more synchronicity. And hexagons. Okay, pretty straightforward. This one's probably going to be a bit harder. But we need to go up. And then from here... Oh. We need to double back around to that bottom one. Excellent. Oh, wait. What if we go further, then double back? Then we can split up this. Go here, and... there we go. That one took a bit more brain power for sure. So obviously we can't go here, which means this one probably ends over here, like that kind of thing. So there's no blockades or anything, so let's just see how we go. That's focusing on the top. Let's take it nice and slow. So if it's like that then, right, we can't have the top one get any of the bottom hexagons, we can't have the bottom one get any of the top hexagons, so we'll take it one step at a time. Got the bottom hexagon, but we need to go further for this one. We need to get this hexagon on the bottom, then this one on the top, at some point. Maybe we could double around like that, but no, we kind of need that hexagon. So we need to get this one, which means now we're here. If we go something like that, we get that bottom one. Then we go here, here for the top one. Then we're gonna go this way for the bottom hexagon. Wait, that doesn't quite work. What if we split up here? Then go... No, because we need to... this is interesting. So... Am I correct in doing that? We need to make sure that this, they don't go any higher or lower than this point, you know? Aha, like that. Okay. It's pretty fun so far. So here, obviously we need to get to here at some point, right? So we probably go to the opposite side, something like that, while clicking hexagons. So this might be the final step for this line. So we can't go down yet because we need to double cross over onto this one. So we're going to about here. Now we can start doing some curves. How's that? Focusing mostly on the top. Oh yeah. So where's that go? Over here? Oh, we got a new thing. We got yellow hexagons and blue hexagons. Ah, okay. Different lines, different puzzles in a way, so... It does add to the complexity of it. If we start... Okay, it matters about where we start then. Good to know. Something like that works. Well, we need to do something like that. We may as well go over here. I guess the black ones can be collected by anyone. Okay. Yellow needs to go there at the end. How's that? That's pretty good. Okay. Yellow needs to start over there. I guess it doesn't have to, right? Because we could circle around. And so alternatively we could, you know, do something like that to get the yellow one. So I guess it doesn't have to start there. But it's probably easier if yellow gets that one, because he's like up over there, so let's try... We need to do something like... but how are we going to loop back around here? That's the thing. Alright. So if we get... You gotta get both of those. No, we can't do that. Can we? Hang on. Yeah, because we need Yo to get this one. Okay. This is a bit tricky. Continue that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get that black one over there. Unless we do something like that. But I'm missing out on this black one here. Very close though. So if I go here... this is interesting. Maybe we get Yo to get that one. Like that. Like that. And then like that. There we go. That wasn't... It was interesting. That was a pretty difficult one, but I liked it. Okay. So... this will get us to this set. Okay. Oh boy. How are you guys enjoying it so far, you know? Have you played this game before? Am I doing anything in a good order or anything? You know? Is my, I guess, logic good, or is it kind of meh at the moment? Alright. So we got 2 solutions here, 2 starts. Obviously we're doing synchronicity. So, Blue's definitely got to end up over here of these 2, you know? Which means Yellow needs to end up down there. So, let's just try something like that. Get those. Now we just got to do this end part over here. Like that. Okay, that went pretty well. When you can use a bit of logic like that, it does help. So obviously yellow's got to be around this side. So blue's got to be on here. Focusing on the yellow. There we go. Blue's probably got to be around here because there's like so much around. Although we have a lot of multiple solutions. We only really need yellow for that. So blue's got to be around here at some point. That works. It looks pretty open. Is this one supposed to be simple? Maybe it's a trick puzzle, you know? To see if you're overthinking it. Is this not the same? Wait. It's not synchronized? If we do... But... is it invisible? Okay. Let's... I guess it... that does make sense, because, like, it was pretty brightly coloured, then it's fading. I was noticing that, but I wasn't quite sure. But now it's testing to see if we can do it without the visual aid, I guess. So that's interesting. So... so if we're going up, it goes down, right? I need to double check the rules, so... yeah, if we go up, it goes down. So... I'm going to be pointing with my finger for the yellow line, so I know where I'm going. You won't be able to see it. But now if we go... down, it goes there. And then... no, because we can't really cross over. So I think maybe we try from this side. If I go up, it goes down. And then we're about there. Oh, but it needs to get there and then go across. So now it should be there. Yeah, I don't think that's correct. We gotta be on this side, I think. So let's go to yellow. So we got the eye. Now we got the blue. And now we can just do something like that. Oh boy. Tracing with my finger definitely helps. I know you guys can't really see that, but it does help. So, yeah, once again we have invisible line. I think maybe we start down here. Now we need to. So it's there. It's there. It's now there. So if we go up from here, we got the eye dot. Then we can go across. We got the blue dot, and they haven't touched yet. We can either go up or down, but it doesn't really matter. So, go that way. Go up there, so then like that. There we go. This is interesting because we don't have any blue dots necessary, so it is 100% about the yellow. So then, which way does the yellow need to start from? My gut instinct is telling me over here, but it could be a trick question and maybe we're supposed to start over here. Let's just try like this for now. So, we need... I'd like to get blue over here, but that's pretty restricted to the line. You know, so maybe we do get yellow on the upper corner. You know, that way it can end up over here, but there's a lot of... I guess we're touching the line. There's a lot of yellow here that needs to get... If we just did most of that, so it's there, it's there. That should be yellow dot achieved. Then we kind of cross over. And then we need to go underneath. Yellow dot achieved. And then we can just continue across and like that. Very fun so far. I am definitely enjoying this game. Let me know if you guys are enjoying it as well. Ah, great, we've unlocked it. So now we can do this puzzle. And okay, they're both blue. I guess the main puzzle was just unlocking it. Oh wait, no. Duh. There we go. The main puzzle was just unlocking it, but now we got it. It's a pretty simple puzzle. Oh. Uh-oh. If it's what I think it is, it might be rough. Because it looks like the same kind of path, but obviously it's going to be opposites. Wait, is it the exact same puzzle? But just with dots? I think so. Which means that we can just kind of focus on the yellow. And the blue should be okay. There's... Wait, why didn't yellow one tick? Have we gonna match what we did here? So I guess we complete one, then we gotta memorize it and then do it for the other one. Okay, so up to, right, down to, across, and then busy. It's... Okay. Okay. I getcha. So we complete one side, then we gotta copy it on the other side. So we've gotta make sure that they are the same puzzle in case of any changes to the terrain, you know, for example. So, what's going to be easy to memorize? Something like that's doable. Like that. Yeah, boy. I remember. Alright. Oh. Multiple solutions here. Well, the thing is, I think it can only really start here because we can't circle back, you know? And these two have to go adjacent. This one only has one adjacent, so we have to start here and we have to go this way. And since we can't double back, we have to go down. And then we may as well get these two. Get these two. And then these two. So then, do it on this side. It would be this side. We go across, and then I guess we go down. Okay. Wait. Across. Okay. That wasn't it. Across. Okay. Wait. Why huh? Did I only get one try? Have I got to do this again, maybe? Come on, I can't have only one attempt. That's not fair. Maybe I gotta do a different solution to get a different attempt. But I feel like I'm gonna have to do that. That's the only solution that kind of makes sense. Do I really only get one attempt? Ah, that's not fair. There isn't another way to do this, is there? No, not really. I guess I could do... No, because I have to do that. And then I can't double back. So I have to do that. Yeah, I can't double back, so I have to do that. Right? So why am I not getting another attempt? This isn't me quitting the puzzle, right? It's the puzzle quitting me. So I don't know why I only got one attempt and I can't get more power to it, you know? Do I need to resolve this one? Okay, there we go, we got another attempt. That's gonna be a bit annoying, but it's whatever. Okay, so across, down 2, across, up, across, down, and then... Yeah. Then, down 2, Was that it? Am I doing it correct? Let me look at this one. So, circle's there. And that one, circle's there. Right? So, circle there. Which means that circle's where we start. Across one, down two, across one, all the way up, across one, and then through that circle and away. But this is a different pattern. Is it? Hang on, what am I doing wrong here? Like, that feels different to what I've got. That's because it is. So what's going on here? It's inverted as well. That exit is at the top. That exit is at the bottom. It's not just the horizontal, it's the vertical as well. So I need to go like that. Excellent. Okay, so let's put a vertical. I probably should have noticed that, but is that like a gun? A laser pointer? Oh, still going. Okay. So that's a beam of light. So I'm guessing that's that. This section kind of complete, I guess. So it could be like Breath of the Wild where you gotta do like 4 different sections or something, you know? Alright, not too bad, not too bad. So we probably do have enough to go back to that shed and work on it, but anything down here? Maybe we'll come back to it later. There's a bit of a refresher. Oh. So we can't do anything like that yet. Like, this ability to do puzzles in the overworld, I bet is going to be impactful later. But now we got some kind of sand area. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Is it like not powered or something? Or maybe there's a real one I'm not aware of yet. Okay. Run around. We need the power things on. Yeah, so we can interact with puzzles even though we can't physically get to them. So we should be able to interact with these. Yeah, so we can. I don't know what these do though. I'm probably missing something. Oh, hang on, this looks like something. Is this a puzzle? There's a circle there. Okay, maybe it's a hint. It seems to be like solar power, right? These temples are reflecting a bunch of light. Very strange. I don't know if I can interact with anything. I can mess around with this, but I have no idea about how the rules work, you know? Like, I take it needs, like, direct sunlight, right? I guess it's not in the shade? I feel like I'll come back to it. Maybe that will be the puzzle I quit. But let's go around and, you know, try and find something else. It seems to be pretty open world, you know? So what we got over here? Well, that's definitely a circle. Oh. So that indicates to me that we can interact with it, but not yet. As if it's like not quite in a puzzle position yet. Does this trade do anything? You gotta be on the lookout for anything that could be a puzzle, you know? Okay, so some stuff down there, if we can get down to it, that'd be great. Before we go down, I'm gonna go around here. Can we just... Hey! That was pretty clever. We could probably do something on puzzles here, but I want to get down there. But we were able to open the door from here, which is great. That's probably how you're supposed to get down there anyway. So what else we got over here? I guess there's no music to this game, which is interesting. You know, I could probably add some music in, like, post-production for the video, but there's something kind of just calming about the waves and, you know, give you time to think. Okay, we got new stuff here, but this is another box, so it's probably like the end goal. But yellow squares and... don't know how to describe that symbol. I don't know. But, so we've got new puzzle rules to figure out. So let's go down and check it out. This is like a dock or a quarry. A bit of a train yard. Oh. Okay, can't enter from that side. Maybe there's no way to open that. We can't do any peepee holes. Peeping holes. I guess we could go from over there. Oh, hello. What's this? Okay, so we got a yellow triangle. What's the deal with the yellow triangle? Okay. Orange triangle, I guess? I was like, what did that even do? Like, in the grand scheme of things, what did that do? But, orange triangle. I have a hunch that something along the lines of it can only be along one edge. So I'll have that as a hypothesis. Orange triangle. Only one adjacent edge. Question mark, because I haven't confirmed yet. Because every time we tried to go around that was incorrect, but doing it on one side it was correct. So how do we get down? I guess unless I unlocked this door. It didn't. We'll try and find another way down. So we'll just head over that direction and see how we go. But I feel like coming here was good because we were able to unlock a door, you know? And we know that we have to be here later to complete that puzzle. So if we go down around here, I said, if we go down around here, we should be able to enter. Hopefully. Here we go, a new puzzle. Well, not quite new, it's the white and black squares, so I guess we can learn a bit more about it. Like that. Nope. We need to go... like that. No, because if we go between these, it should be incorrect, right? Let's give it a try. Okay, so we were able to get... hang on, let me just move my paper. We were able to go between those black squares, and it was fine. So... I can't go between two similar, that is up for debate now. Because we're able to cross between those two, well, a bunch of those black squares, you know? So it could be some kind of special rule with that. Okay. These squares are in a shape. So what does that mean? Have we got to replicate the shape? because I was trying to do that. Maybe at some point it's going to draw the shape, so that should be the bottom right. And then that should be the bottom left. So both shapes have been drawn. No, I didn't like that. I feel like this is a bit of an advanced puzzle. Maybe we're not supposed to be here yet. Because this was a test from a previous area. This might also be a test from a previous area, so I guess we'll come back to this zone as we look around. Let's go into the bottom area. Oh, black line. Here we got some panels. We need to figure out how to turn them on. Oh, here we go. Well, I guess that's one way to enter. So, what's the gimmick here? Is it something to do with the shadows? Right, don't touch the shadows maybe. That could be it. Ah, but we are a shadow now. Right? Does that... I wonder if that counts. Yeah, so if we do it from here maybe. Because we were the shadow. It was interfering with the puzzle. Ah, very clever. Alright. This one's a bit awkward though, because it's all shadow. So... Oh, we gotta open the door. Open the door again. Let more sunlight in. Then we can go through. So don't touch the shadow, which means that the pathing is going to be very obvious. Because we just ignore the shadows. Alright. I dig it, I dig it. That's encased by shadow. Is there a way to change it? There's gotta be some kind of... something we can move, you know? Anything we can kind of change around here? Go back down and check. Because look, we're in shadow now. Alright. Assuming... So we gotta move whatever is causing these shadows, because it's creating these iron bars, you know? We could probably do it with the branches, but with the bars, it's too much shadow. So there's gotta be a way to get rid of this. Right? How would we get rid of it? There's probably nothing from this angle. Anything from around here? Like, we can't really destroy it, right? We can only really open doors and stuff, so that's how we move things around. So how would we move that? Unless we're not supposed to move that per se, but we move the panel? Because if we can move the panel, that'd be great. But I don't know if we can do that. We'll ignore it for now, circle back. But now we're finally in the quarry, one way or the other. Well then, what's the point of that door if we can just kind of go across here? I guess it's a shortcut? Okay, well we're now in the quarry. So let's figure out what we can interact with. Excellent, we can now get enter in because we unlocked it from before. So let's figure out what the gimmick is over here. Okay, we got this symbol. So how do we double over though? Guess we come back to that. Why is everything turning on? Oh. Wait. Is this for... If we... Okay. This physically interacts with the world by getting the ramp up. So rather than being a puzzle, it's operational controls. So let me write that down. Operational controls. So this will interact with the world rather than being part of a puzzle. Because this is an impossible puzzle, but it does interact with the world. So that symbol means that it's going to interact with something. So did that turn anything on? Hey, those look like eyes. You guys seen that? We are being witnessed, I guess. So what are we trying to do here? Oh, so we don't want to touch these hexagons? So maybe that's how it operates. Like, if you don't touch the hexagons, that's complete. But if you do interact with it, then something's going to happen. I'm just putting everything in kind of question marks because I need to confirm. So this will be correct if we don't touch the hexagons. So let's just see. Something like this is probably obviously wrong. Yeah. So if we don't interact with the hexagons, no, we gotta hit a correct one or something. But how do we know that's supposed to be the correct one, like ahead of time? Huh. I'm very much confused. So, are we supposed to touch hexagons or no? This one, I mean, some of these are kind of faded. Puzzle reset. Don't tell me it's like a time thing. No, it resets if we click on it. So then what's the rule with this kind of puzzle? A different one is flashing depending on which way we go around it. Because none of those are white now, right? So if we go on the left side, it's down. If we go on the up side, it's down. If we go on the down side, it's up. And if we go on the side, so none of them are saying to get the left or the right hexagon, right? Which is weird. So what's going on with that? Because, yeah, if we do this, it's gonna white hexagon there. It doesn't. White hexagon up there now. White hexagon there. So I guess it's maybe I can order or like what we gotta hit them in. But how are we gonna hit the bottom, then the top, then the left and right while getting across, you know? Because if we go like that, we can't double over. This is interesting. This wasn't enough to give me a good ruling about how this works, because like, in this one we just ignored it and got it. We did go around the sides of this one though. We kind of have to. So there's something about maybe touching the adjacent sides that changes the rule. Not really a way to get all of them unless we do something like that. I'm very confused. Well, may I just brute force it? I need to figure out what the rule is. Okay, let's take a step back and think this through. So, with this, there were two hexagons. I touched one hexagon, the other one flashed. I think it was like incorrect, or it might have been correct. Right? If I... It feels like it's incorrect because it's flashing. But it might be correct because it does something. So it's gonna raise it up. So maybe there's something. Okay, well, that'll be a shortcut for later. So maybe there's something physical. Do we have to do these puzzles first? What's wrong with these? Wait, that worked? Why did that work? Why did that work? That works as well. So we're not even getting near that, because if we go something like that, that works actually. Why? Okay, so I'm thinking because it's kind of like a triangle. Right? It means that we can only really be on one of the sides of this. But it's going to be very hard to do that, given our starting location. Because both of these would mean that we have to go between these two. And this one just not supposed to... If we could start from a different location, that would help. I feel like there should be something I can do here. Let's just try and continue this stuff. So, this one had multiple solutions. That worked. Don't know what the red and green mean just yet, but that does not work. That works. That kind of works. The green flashes, but it still works. This is very confusing. Let's try the next one. What does the white flashes mean? Why does it... I'm not getting it. This is supposed to be the tutorial and I'm not quite getting it, so this might be the puzzle I quit. Okay, so that doesn't work. We'll try every combination on a 4x, on a 2x2. Yeah, this works. So it flashes, but it still works. But why doesn't that work? Like, in both cases, we're not touching the hexagon. But that works. It's the exact opposite of where the hexagon is. Does that matter? These are symmetrical. So if that one's correct, then we're gonna go through that one maybe? I have no idea what's going on. Someone can probably tell me in the comments what I'm obviously missing. But this is confusing. That one lights up. But if we went to this one, that one lights up. That one lights up. Why are they lighting up differently? That one lights up. If we go from this side, that one lights up. Huh. I really can't figure this out. I have no real kind of hypothesis about what's going on here. This doesn't really explain it too well. This seems to be like more of an environmental thing. Like, this is almost like too simplistic. But it doesn't give me enough to really understand it. This is a bit more of a test, but I need to kind of brute force it. So, I think, well, I could, you know, go around a bit more, but I think at this point, this is the part where I'm going to end the video. Maybe I'll do another part. Maybe. But I kind of like the idea of this being a one and done kind of thing. So, I would like to thank everyone for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't get any further, but this is very confusing. And so, that's going to be it for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.